While having a construction team meeting with the client, the GC, the structural engineer, and 2 of the contractor subs at your office, your dog bites the client, causing them to slip and fall and ruin their MacBook Pro. Beyond having a stern talking to with your dog, you, the architect, should do what? So this is sort of kind of getting back to the previous question that was saying, would they require you to know E&O and GL and some of these other things that I've abbreviated here? And my guess is that they would always actually write it out, but just for our purposes here, thought we'd kind of mix it up a little bit. So potential answer A, consult your E&O insurance policy. E&O is kind of the old school version of saying errors and omissions. And so that when you're looking at E&O, you're talking about your professional liability.
It's very inexpensive insurance, right?
Yeah, professional liability is the expensive insurance that architects have to do. The E&O, errors and omissions, that's the big expensive one. The GL is your general liability. So those are 2 insurance policies that the architect gets, and we'll talk about the difference between them in just a second. C, consult your pro forma documentation. We'll actually talk more about pro forma later, but pro forma doesn't have anything to do with this situation. It's one of those sort of fancy sounding words that you can imagine them throwing into a situation because it does relate to starting a firm, but it doesn't have anything to do with your dog breaking somebody's MacBook Pro. And then D, consult your landlord for their tenant insurance policy. Trust me, your landlord's insurance is not going to pay out because your dog broke somebody's thing. Like, that's on you. If it was a situation where they were walking into the office and there was a walkway outside of your tenant space and there was a trip hazard there and they fell there, well, then that would be on the landlord because that wouldn't be part of your tenant space and it wouldn't be in your sort of meeting yet. So you could imagine a situation where the landlord's insurance would actually get pulled into this. But this is a situation where it's in your office and it's solely your cause because it was your dog. So then the question is, which of A or B is the right one to talk to about this? Well, first thing is, if I have a choice, I'm always going to choose to have it go to the general liability because that's going to be the cheaper one. I don't want to start getting a list of things going on underneath my professional liability. I don't really have a choice, though. The professional liability is about your decision making. Like, I'm doing a project and we've decided that we're going to have 2 stairwells for a very large scale building. Is that enough stairwells? Can people get out in a fire? Does the code official agree? Did the project get stopped because you didn't have enough exit ways? And the reason that you didn't have enough exit ways is because you made a decision that had fewer exits than what was necessary. Right? That's a professional liability question. That's the kind of thing that's your decision making. General liability is somebody tripped on your rug, or you're driving the business car and there's an accident with something. Like, it's all the stuff that you're an architect, but maybe you're a dry cleaner, or maybe you're a lawyer, or maybe you're somebody else. Like, everybody has general liability insurance. So if it falls under the kind of thinking, like something went wrong, but it could go wrong for anybody, then that's general liability. If it could really only be the architect that the dispute is about, then that's probably the professional liability, errors and omissions. You'll hear both terms, errors and omissions. Most of the time, I think they actually would say the whole thing, errors and omissions, professional liability insurance. but in some places you'll get referred to as professional liability, some places get referred to as errors and omissions, some places both terms altogether. Errors and omissions is kind of an old term, like it's kind of the old school term for it. When I actually just had to sign a new one the other day, and it didn't even say errors and omissions on it. It only said professional liability. So I think it's moving towards professional liability, but it's the same thing.
And for those of you who are ready to start preparing for the ARE, and if you're already an AIA member, you can use coupon code 32917PMYT to get a 15% discount for the entire duration of your ARE exam prep membership. And then finally, leave a comment below the video to let us know what you think. Share any suggestions you may have. I promise we'll read every word that you write and use them to tune our next episodes. So thanks for watching.